Hello, hello, hello. Let me make sure my volume is up. I hope you all can hear me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to week 3. My journey, my winning journey for IBS. Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I have my gloves on today because I did not make it to get my nails done. I wanted to do it, but I just personally just haven't been feeling quite myself for the last few days. And so I've been just taking care of my health. Um, I did go to work this week, and so I was very grateful that God gave me the strength to do that. But as far as anything extra, I just didn't feel like doing it. Hey, how you doing, Carla? So happy to see you. Before we go into this live, I'm going to kind of stall a little bit like I always do. I am doing better. I am doing better. I was just saying I'm trying to take care of myself. I didn't make it to the beauty shop, to the nail salon to get my nails done. So I have gloves on because I have another nail that came off. So I'm very subconscious of that. I'd rather have gloves on than to show my ugly nails. But anyway, I am going to sing a little song while I wait for other people to come on. But I'm so happy to see you today, Carla. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for understanding 100%. Amen. I'm going to sing a little short song as I get my thoughts together. And today's live is going to be kind of short, shorter than the usual because I have a doctor's appointment at 3:30, and I also have a 2-hour limit where I have the car parked at. So I got to be mindful of all of that. Okay, Butterfly Lupus Nursery, you doing fine. That's good. That's good, Carla. I'm so happy you're doing fine. Yeah, so far I'm having a really good day. Earlier today it was kind of questionable, but I knew I was going to still do the live. But I was feeling a little nauseated earlier, but I ate me some applesauce, and I drank my. Hey, how you doing, Krish? I Hi, hi. I see everybody is coming on now. Hi, hi. Hi, hi, everybody. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and get into this song so I can get my thoughts together and go ahead and get started. And I just thank God for the people that's coming on, joining you, Carla, and I really appreciate it. I am doing fine. I'm doing fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sing this song just to open up the lines today. The Lord is blessing me right now, oh, right now. Oh, the Lord is blessing me right now, oh, right now. He woke me up this morning. He started me on my way. Oh, the Lord is blessing me right now, oh, right now. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Oh, the Lord is blessing me right now, oh, right now. Thank you so much for the compliment. And you know what? I do feel as good as I look right now. Earlier today, I did not. It was a challenge. But I pushed past all of that, and I give God the grace, the praise, the glory for all of that. Thank y'all very much for coming on so strong this afternoon. For those of you all, if this is your first time coming to my channel, please don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And just to give you a little introduction, I also advise you to go to my description. Go to the description and you will see what my Friday lives are all about. But just for me to go over it a little bit because some of you all have no clue, and I'm sure YouTube recommended my channel, and that's why you here. You're like, what is going on? What's going on with this live? Who is this lady? Where is she from? Okay, I'm in the United States, and I see some of y'all are out of the United States. So I'm very happy that this live is reaching a lot of people, even outside of America, which is a blessing. I mean, my heart is like overjoyed right now. Um, but just to give you some updates, what's going on. This is my third week talking about a recent diagnosis that the doctors gave me. I have a condition called IBS. Now, I do not claim IBS. There's a difference between me telling my story, telling y'all my experience, and me actually claiming it, okay? I'm talking about it because there's some people out there that's dealing with the same things I'm dealing with, and maybe they're suffering in silence because it's not easy talking about IBS. IBS stands for irritable bowel syndrome. And irritable bowel syndrome, you can experience it in two different ways. You can experience it with diarrhea, or you can experience it with constipation. Not to get into real detailed stuff, just trying to give you a little introduction of IBS and why it's a condition that a lot of people suffer in silence. And it's because it's not like your typical condition where people they gather together and they talk about it, you know. Um, but you know what? There are times where IBS, how it affects us, is not a secret. After all, depending on what type of IBS you're experiencing and what type of thing is going on with your body at the wrong time. So, but a lot of times people talk, they gossip, and they shame people, and they don't know what's going on in people's lives. And that's why we have to be careful when we judge people. You know, when we judge people, we don't know what's going on with them. And that's why the Bible tells us to pray for one another. Um, Always pray for somebody that you don't understand. You know, you don't understand the situation going on. Don't go in on people and judge people. Just pray for them, you know. And if they want to talk about it, they will share their story. If they don't, it's their rights. Everybody have a right if they want to share their story or not. But I'm different. I'm one of those people that's cut out for this type of stuff. And I haven't always been very happy about this, okay? I mean, me and God, we used to have these little conversations together, right? I'd be like, God, why do you allow this stuff happen to me? Why me? Why me? I do all the perfect things. I used to be a exercise fanatic, okay? I can have a car. Like, in my second marriage, I had a car and my ex-husband had a car. We had two cars, y'all, and I would still choose to walk to work, walk to the park, walk to the grocery store, walk back from the grocery store. People looking at me like, girl, why you ain't driving one of them cars? And I'd be like, I'd rather exercise. So I'm one of those people, I haven't always made the worst choices in life when it comes to getting the best food to eat. Hey sis, how you doing, Willie? Good to see you on. So somewhere along the way, I stopped exercising as much, and I stopped watching what I ate and what I drank, and I started polluting my system with fast foods and polluting my system with high calorie sugars. Um, I guess you could say I became human, right? Hey, we Americans, we're guilty of that. You know, a lot of us are guilty for overeating. You know, you go to McDonald's and just getting a little small fry and a small cheeseburger or a small hamburger without cheese, just not good enough, right? No, we got to tell them to make it bigger. Give me an extra large size fry. You know, Give me a, give me a Big Mac. You know what I mean? And so, you know, we abuse what we put in our bodies, and that's one thing the Bible speaks against. It doesn't speak against eating and enjoying your food. It speaks against gluttony, and we don't have to beat ourselves up, but over a period of time, gluttony, it adds up, and there's only so much the body can handle, you know. And this is just me being very transparent, and I'm being accountable of what I'm going through. Yeah, because a lot of times with any addiction, you have to first realize that I am the reason why I'm going through this, and it's my fault. It's not It's not McDonald's fault. It's not Wendy's fault. It's not the Golden Corral fault. Because no matter where we choose to eat, we need to exercise self-control, and we don't have to choose the fattiest options when we go to restaurants to enjoy ourselves. We don't have to choose to eat all that we can eat just because the restaurant is designed. Places like the Golden Corral and the Old Country Buffet, if the Old Country Buffets are still out. It's not one here in Springfield, but there was an Old Country Buffet in Chicago years ago. And yeah, it's designed for people to eat all that they want to eat. You got some people, and I'm not passing judgment. I'm just stating facts here. Some people, one person can have 5 or 6 empty plates at their table at one time. Um, it's designed for people to eat however amounts of food they want to eat. So if you get somebody that walk up to you at a buffet place and asks you to leave, I'm just trying to throw a little humor in there, y'all, then you know you are out of order. If they ask you to leave, you're out of order. Because I have heard some people have been asked to leave a all that you can eat buffet. Okay? Well, kind of getting back to my topic, and I'm not getting away from it. I'm just trying to throw some things out there just to make you think about it. If a person can walk up to you and ask you to leave because you overeating at a sit down restaurant that's designed for you to eat all that you can eat. You can't take nothing home with you. You can't put it in no aluminum foil. And if you want to take some food to go, that's an additional price. That has nothing to do with that fee that you paid to eat all that you can eat while you're sitting there. What make you think that your body personally is not going to shut down and start talking back to you too? Okay? Now, I'm not saying that I had that type of issue. I've never had a problem like that as far as, when I go to all that you can eat buffets. I normally can eat a plate and a half and I'm done. Just the sight of all that food in one place, it usually curbs my appetite. And I used to be mad, really, because if I went with my family members, even when my children were little, they was cleaning plates, man. It was really something else to see that they were able to clean plates and I couldn't. So I've never been able to glut like I want to. Okay. But anyway, um, what started me having this IBS journey video on Fridays, I hit bottom a few weeks ago with me battling between and I have the constipation form of IBS. Just to throw that out there for anybody who missed that week 2 and week 1 introduction to this topic, this content, this new content. Um, so my doctor had prescribed this medicine right here. It's called Linzex. I couldn't think of it last week. I called it something else. Y'all forgive me. This is the name of it. It's called Linzex. And it's a very powerful prescription. Very powerful prescription. And if you suffer from constipation, from IBS, This is one of the best prescriptions a doctor can prescribe. But let me tell you what the problem is about Linzex. Because for the last 3 weeks, I haven't taken Linzex at all. Because the Linzex worked so well before I had a reaction, a very negative reaction to it. What happened was I was so happy that the Linzex was working for me that instead of me obeying my doctor's orders, remember what I just said now, because my doctor, even though she prescribed the Linzex to me, she still told me I had to change my diet. She still warned me that I still needed to incorporate exercise into my life, my lifestyle. She told me that I needed to embrace my new norms because even though IBS is not a death sentence, it's still a condition that you may or may not be cured from. And what I mean by that is, as long as you are doing the right things, you don't have to worry about triggers happening. A trigger for IBS for somebody with the constipation form will be something like, well, it's definitely constipation. Okay, like you eat something that you know is not gonna be digested as fast as something else. Like she told me stay away from red meat. She told me to stay away from pork. She told me to stay away from sweets, stay away from potato chips, stay away from caffeine, stay away from pop, coffee, tea. I mean, stay away from spaghetti. I mean, the foods that we love, right? These are the foods that she told me to stay away from. She told me to get used to eating spinach, kale, get used to eating broccoli, get used to eating asparagus, get used to eating salmon fish. If I'm going to eat anything, that's pertaining to meat, it would be salmon fish, maybe perch fish. Um, you know, that's what she told me to get used to. And I didn't listen. I didn't. And I started out doing those things. And when I was doing those things, which was not 3 weeks ago, it was like over a year ago when I was doing those things, I lost a lot of weight. And it wasn't because I was starving myself. It was because I eliminated meat out of my diet. Y'all, I promise y'all, I lost 30 pounds just because I stopped eating meat. Man, I don't understand why nowadays it's just not healthy to eat meat. Now, my daddy is 92 years old, going on 93 years old. That man still eat meat, okay? He has some issues, but he don't have the type of issues I have, okay? So it's like, what in the world is going on with our animals nowadays where people are developing cancer like never before? People are having heart attacks like never before. Now we can sit back and we can cry. We can throw bricks at a wall. We can get angry. We can throw a tantrum like a 2-year-old. And guess what? It ain't gonna change the world that we live in today. The change is gonna happen with me. And point to yourselves. The change has to happen with me. It's going to have to happen with ourselves. We can't expect the world to change just because we are on the opposite end of the spectrum. We're the ones that these things have caught up with. So, getting back to what happened to me 3 weeks ago, for those of you all who don't know, the Linzex stopped eliminating my bowels. It stopped. As wonderful as this prescription was, it said, look, I'm not gonna keep working for you. You're not listening to your doctor. You're not even listening to your body. You're hard-headed. So the Lensex stopped. So I began to be clogged up with backed up stuff in my digestive tracts. I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't burp. I couldn't pass gas. I couldn't poop. I couldn't do nothing. I was just miserable. I started throwing up, and I threw up so much that I started throwing up bile. And I'm going to spell that word. It's Bile. That is the juices in your stomach that helps to digest the foods that you eat. And so what happened was I threw up so bad that day, and I just so happened to have a doctor's appointment 3 weeks ago. And so when I went to my doctor's appointment, I threw up again while I was there. And so my doctor looked in the garbage can. Hey, Yvette, glad to see you. My doctor looked in the garbage can that I was throwing up in, and she told me, she said, you throwing up bile. And I said, huh? What's that? She said, Bile. And she explained to me what it was. And she said, I'm about to write you a referral for you to go to the ER right away. She said, you need to go to the ER. Let them run some tests on you. I want to make sure there's no bowel obstruction going on with you, because, you don't want your system to become septic either. See, IBS is not a death sentence. However, if it goes untreated, it can turn into other complications that can kill you. It's nothing to play with. And it's nothing for you to be so ashamed that you suffer in silence. And that's the whole purpose of me going through this journey publicly. Because I can go through my process, y'all, just my husband and me and my family and my close friends. But that's not enough for me. I'm not made up like that, you know? I'm not. God didn't make me that way. He told me that a long time ago. And I used to question, why am I so bold? Why am I so courageous? Why me? Why me? He said, why not you? I I predestined you to be this way since you was a little girl. I've always been bold about things. So I'm that mouthpiece for people who are suffering in silence. Unfortunately, some people have been found dead in their apartments. People have dropped dead in their cars. People have dropped dead at work. And when the doctors did an autopsy, they found out they died from bowel obstructions. Yeah, something that could have been helped. A bowel obstruction, I mean, even before it gets to that point, it's just like with me, I never had the bowel obstruction because I'm getting help so that I don't experience a bowel obstruction or a septic situation. When your system, when it gets in your bloodstream, is septic. It's an infection, and it will kill you. It will knock you dead before you know it, because it's toxins. It's a buildup of toxins. It's a constant buildup in your body. When God designed our bodies, He's so awesome in His handiwork that no man can match Him. Okay? People don't want to give God no credit. They want to give themselves credit. Shut up. Shut up. God is awesome. He designed our bodies to function the right way. He did not design our bodies to put any and everything in it. We have a particular strategic function. Now, I can't go into all the details because that's not my expertise. So I have to speak in my own language. I don't know all those fancy words and stuff like God have given the doctors wisdom to be able to really break that thing down. But I do know that He makes no mistakes. He makes no mistakes. Our bodies are designed to fight off infections, to fight off many sicknesses and diseases, but a lot of times we open up our bodies to all these rapid, radical things that that takes over our bodies. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's situation is caused by something they did wrong. Please don't misunderstand me. We're in this world. We're in a very sinful world. And because of sin, death, sickness, diseases, it goes along with that. Okay? Because we in a world that we're just sin bound when it comes to certain things. And the consequences of sin is sickness and diseases. Okay? And it doesn't mean you personally did anything wrong. It's just, it is what it is. Okay? But when we get educated on how to take care of ourselves, at that point, it's a time for us. It's a chance. It's a second chance for us to do better. When we know better, we supposed to do better. So, yeah. So this video is not for us to beat ourselves up because we made mistakes or anything like that. No, we're not perfect. We're human. You know, we like what we like. We eat what we like to eat. Nobody wants to eat something that they're not going to enjoy. You know, you want to eat something that tastes good to your palate. I get that. Been there, done that. But guess what? I hit rock bottom 3 weeks ago with that way of thinking. I hit rock bottom. Just like any addiction out there. When a person have any type of addiction, whether it's a food addiction or a drug addiction or alcohol addiction or gambling addiction, whatever addiction you're dealing with, one day you're going to hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, a change is going to happen. Either you're going to change for the better, or you're going to continue to go down, 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 down until you either die or you have a heart attack or you have a stroke or you die from or you go through an aneurysm. I mean, consequences is just that. It's tough. It's tough. Consequences are tough. But I thank God for having mercy on me. I thank God for his grace. I thank God for his love. I thank God it wasn't his will for me to suffer the worst of the consequences of me doing wrong things and mixing that with a prescription. That's another thing. If your doctor give you a prescription, don't keep doing stupid stuff, taking prescriptions. You don't drink coffee with no prescriptions. You don't drink pop with a prescription. I'm not saying I drank coffee and pop with the Lensex because I didn't, but I'm just saying if you have a prescription for whatever condition you're dealing with, drink water. Drink water with your prescription. Don't drink alcohol with your prescription. Stop. Stop. Stop doing that. Because what you're doing, you're going to cause a battle. You're going to cause a fight between your prescription and the junk that you're putting in your mouth. It's a battle. These are man-made prescriptions, y'all. They come up with these prescriptions through, human being tests, animal testings. However way the scientists come up with these different ways of helping humans with the different diseases and sicknesses that we suffer from. It's not designed to help us while we're still practicing smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, or drinking pop. It's not designed for that. No. And see, people want to say that the doctors are out there, they milking the insurance, they making people sicker. It's all about keeping the sick. We can't put all doctors in the same boat. Just like when people talk about the pastors in the church. You might have one or two pastors you find out that was lousy pastors, led the flock the wrong way, stole the tithes and offering and everything. So now the world want to say all the pastors, all they want is your money. All they want to do is fly they little private jets and let their members take the bus. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Just like with the doctors, all doctors are not bad. The whole medical industry is not bad. Just because there's a few of them that are milking your insurance. There's a few of them that don't care if you live or die. Okay? There's always that few out there that's money hungry. The Bible said the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, yeah. There's some people that get caught up in money like that, even in the medical industry, even with the insurance industry. Yeah, only certain people could get certain types of insurances. Hey, if you one of those weak people, poor people, you're gonna have to put your trust in God, which we need to put our trust in God anyway. Even if you got a doctor that's working on your behalf for the better good, don't look at that doctor as your healer. Always know that God has the last say. I don't care what your diagnosis is, I don't care what your symptoms are. Always remember that God has the last say. Now, do He give us wisdom? Do He give us common sense? Yes. The common sense thing is ask God to give you the doctor that's after His own heart. Say, Lord, you lead and guide me to the right clinic where I can talk about what I'm going through without being ashamed, without suffering in silence, without self-medicating, without trying to figure out my stuff all by myself. Yeah, Google is good. Okay, I get that. Today's technology, you can Google anything, and Google will tell you this and tell you that. But let me tell you something. Don't you just rely on Google. Stop being lazy. Get your butt up. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Listen to your body. Your body talks to you because God designed our bodies to talk to us. The great I am. He designed your body, my body, to talk to us. Listen to it. Stop ignoring it. Stop pushing everything off. Listen to your body. You want to get well? Stop. Stop doing all that nonsense. Cut it out. Literally. Cut it out of your life. And what I'm telling y'all, I'm talking right back to me, baby, because I hit bottom 3 weeks ago. This is week 3. Week 3. Actually, it was 4 weeks ago when I hit bottom because one of the weeks I was hoarse from a bad cold, so I didn't do my live. I canceled my live. So we're 3 weeks because one of the weeks I canceled. Okay? So here I am. What the devil meant to destroy me, what the devil meant to make me shut up, I'm talking louder now because I have a testimony. Yeah, in the midst of that pain, that abdominal pain that I had in my body, in the midst of all that buildup, in the midst of all that vomiting, guess what? I got a testimony. And what's that testimony? I survived. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here to see my husband. I'm still here to see my children, my 4 children, my 2 girls, my 2 boys. I'm still here to see my grandbaby. I'm still here for the people who love me. I'm still here for my friends out there. You that's out there that's supporting me. Y'all sacrificing being on this live right now. You could be doing anything. You could be doing anything. But you right here with me. If I had died 4 weeks ago, what I'm talking about today, you wouldn't hear this. Only my real close friends know what I've been going through. And of course, my family members know because I don't suffer in silence. I talk to them about what I'm going through. I don't. I refuse to suffer in silence, y'all. I refuse. I got to have the whole train with me. I'm sorry, man. I've always been like a baby in spirit. And I'm a crybaby. So don't be surprised if one day I'm doing my live on a Friday and I just start crying. And I support people who can cry. When they talk about what they're going through and they can cry, I support you. I just want you to know, kings and queens out there, if you can cry it out, God gonna carry you through it. You want to know why? Because you're not faking the funk. You're not suppressing it. You're not trying to be somebody that you're not. You letting people know I'm human. I hurt. I have pain. I have problems. Yeah, I look good on the outside, but I wanna be delivered from what I'm going through on the inside. That's what you're telling people. When you let people see your weakness, and I'm not when I say it like that, I'm not saying that you're weak because the Bible said, "Let the weak say I'm strong." So I'm not saying that you're weak like you should be somebody's doormat or rug and somebody just run all over you. I ain't talking about that type of weakness. I'm talking about being humble. I'm talking about exercising what what it looks like to be humble. I'm going through some stuff, y'all, but I'm letting y'all see what it looked like being humble, going through it. I'm accountable for what I've been through. I'm not blaming the restaurants. I'm not. I'm not even mad at the restaurants. Mad for what? It's my choice. It's your choice. And even with the IBS diagnosis, I mean, if I want to go to a restaurant, I can choose to eat a salad. I can choose to eat some strawberries, some blueberries. I can choose to eat watermelon. I don't have to choose to eat fried chicken. Come on now. Even the Golden Corral got baked barbecue chicken. So I mean, if you just gotta have it, just don't go crazy. Maybe get a chicken leg or one. If you gotta have a thigh, get one. Why you gotta get three pieces of chicken? Why? Ask yourselves that. Why? A lot of times, here's an old saying that our own mothers and fathers used to tell us, right? Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Y'all remember our parents telling us that when we were little bitty kids, little bitty children. We had a gluttony spirit. And our parents used to tell us, girl, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. And then before you know it, we rubbing our little bellies. Mama, my stomach hurt. My stomach hurt. Oh, poor baby. Didn't I tell you to stop it and you kept doing it? You were so hard-headed you did it behind mama's back. And guess what? Now your body is talking to you. Mama, don't say that. No. Huh. Fat meat ain't greasy, huh? You gonna listen to me next time. That's the type of mama I had. I don't know about y'all. My mama, she didn't shortcut. She didn't sugarcoat nothing. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. She didn't do it. My mom, she was very factual. My mom, she ruled with an iron fist, but she loved us. But she didn't play. My mama didn't play. She didn't. I mean, one time my mom called me a dumb bunny. My little feelings were so hurt. I can't even tell y'all what I did that day, but my mom, she said, dumb bunny. I was like, oh, God. Here we go again. Mama being strict. Mama being brutally honest again. Okay, y'all. Um, this live went in a whole different direction. Normally, I don't write scripts out and stuff. I give it to y'all raw and I try to stick with that. But today, for some crazy reason, I actually put notes down and I was intending to refer to the notes. But guess what, y'all? The only thing I have in my notes that I was planning on doing was the actual song. Because sometimes I deal with short term memory and I didn't want to forget the song. So those of you all who came on and y'all missed me singing a little hymn in the beginning of this live video, please go back and listen to it from the beginning. I'm not a singer, y'all, but sometimes God put that little rhythm, that little natural rhythm that we have in my spirit, and I just let it out, y'all. It makes me feel better, helps my day to go a lot smoother, along with prayer. Can y'all see my shirt? And I'm sorry, stand with God and be judged by the world, then, uh-oh, then to stand with the world and be judged by God. So, whatever you do in this life, do it in a godly way to the best of your ability. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But do it to the best of your ability, God's way. And so God's way today was for me to go before y'all the way I did. It wasn't his way for me to follow the notes that I was going to do today. Apparently, he had something better. And he also knew who was going to be on the line today. I didn't know. I didn't know. It's a surprise every Friday, y'all. And it's even a surprise, whatever I'm going to talk about most of the time. It's a surprise. Um, I just want to help somebody in every way possible. Every advice that I say in any of my videos, because one week might be different from another week, always go to your doctor first. Get your diagnosis from the doctor. Learn how to cope. Learn how your new lifestyle norm should be. My norms have changed. I don't have the same norms anymore. My my lifestyle is totally, completely different these last 4 weeks. Real quick, and then I'm going to get ready and let y'all go, as I have a doctor's appointment today, and I got to pick up my car from a 2 hour limit parking zone. Um, I tried to eat some red cabbage this week. I didn't do my research first because people recommended me eating red cabbage. So I'm thinking, okay, I cook green cabbage all the time. I never had a side effect from eating green cabbage. I rinsed my red cabbage off because I rinsed most of my vegetables off, especially my fresh vegetables. You know, now frozen in a bag in the store, I don't rinse those off. Okay, but if I bought fresh carrots, fresh greens, my apples, fruits, apples, I rinse it off, right? And so I did all those things with the cabbage and everything blue. Now, if y'all if y'all can bear witness to what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments because I can't see y'all comments. If y'all commenting now, I don't see it. I just want to let y'all know that. So please keep commenting because I don't see it. It doesn't show up like Facebook show your comments when you're talking unless I need to get a computer. And I'm going to work on doing my lives on a computer because I think I'm really shortchanging myself doing lives on my Android phone. There's only so much I can see on the phone. I can't see the bigger picture that's going on with the live. So forgive me if you are commenting and I don't see it. But so that was the first red flag to me. Now y'all tell me if it's something different. I did do my research since then. The Google mentioned that it's not abnormal for cabbage to have the blue dye looking stuff. Um, I'm supposed to rinse it with baking soda, which I did do the baking soda. I'm supposed to also use a little vinegar. All that balances the pH thing of the cabbage. Like I said, I don't know all the little big words, the little scientific language and stuff, but it said that it would be safe for me to eat. And that was my biggest concern. I'm looking at all this blue dye coming from this cabbage, this red cabbage. And I'm like, I ain't putting this mess in my system. What the heck? But because I kept washing it off and then it is the water turned clear, I felt safe to go ahead and cook the cabbage. And then I followed the instruction with the vinegar and stuff. And I added my natural herbs, my basil leaves, my onion, my black pepper, my seasoned salt. A little bit though. I'm not really. I made it taste good, and I even made me some cornbread on the side of it. But guess what? As good as that cabbage was, I didn't overcook it. I didn't undercook it. I threw that cabbage up, y'all. That cabbage was in my system for about 10 minutes, 10 hot minutes. I promise you, I had so much pain in the bottom of my stomach. And before I knew it, I just gurgitated it all up. I thought it was all up. I felt relieved, right? And then as soon as I told my husband that I felt better, 5 minutes later, it was like my body said, get out. I told you, get out. My system was like, it's still some in you, girl. I'm pushing this mess up out of you. And I gurgitated the rest of the cabbage up and the cornbread. Everything came up. And so the leftover red cabbage that I had, I battled with it because it did taste good. And people told me it was good for me. And Google said it was good for me, right? So I wrapped it up. I stored it in my refrigerator. I kept it in the refrigerator. I didn't eat no more that day. I talked to my good friend Willie T about it. I think I talked to my daughter about it. I prayed about it. And the next day, I looked at it and I said, should I take a chance on eating this again? And I said, you know what? I think not. I said, I don't want to put myself through that again. And some things that we try with the IBS condition, some things, hold on, y'all. Some things we try one day, maybe it didn't work, but the next time it will work. I hope y'all don't hear my phone ringing. I tried to let the call go and it's still ringing. But anyway, I'm getting ready to let you all go anyway because I got to go pick up my car and I got to get ready to go see my doctor. So let's just pray for one another. Remember that somebody is always going through something that you don't know about, and they don't owe you an explanation. You don't have to know somebody going through something in order to understand their situation. It ain't your business. If they want you to know their business, they'll do like me. They'll talk about it. And it's their choice. It's everybody's choice. So, God bless you. Stay positive. Stay healthy. Stay healthy, y'all. Let's do the best we can to stay healthy. I love y'all with the love of Jesus. Gotta let you go. This is my daughter. I don't know if it's an emergency or she just doing this to me. I don't know. I'm finna let y'all go. Bye-bye.